Welcome back to the afternoon show with Jake and Ryland. This is episode 2. The previous episode, which is episode 1, well, we had to cut off because we actually had too much content to fit in. So this is a continuation of the previous episode, so if you haven't seen it, be sure to watch it to get caught up, and yeah, we'll get right into this episode. Welcome back to the afternoon show with Jake and Ryland. Unfortunately, Jake's not here right now, so I'm just going to be talking with Kevin. He's a pollster from Wisconsin, and he'll be talking about the election and how the polls might have affected the election.
So I think that one of the biggest things the polls got wrong with the election was that one of the biggest demographics that they used were urban cities, right? And normally voters in urban cities are democratic, right? So if you look at the election map, if you look at all the counties, wherever there were big cities, they all voted Democratic, and all the rural areas, they voted Republican.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the pollsters were interviewing on the streets in Miami, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, right? And not only were they in the cities, but they're also in Democratic states. So of course that's going to swing the election, and then so they're polling in urban areas which are Democratic, and they're polling in Democratic states. So they're not taking into account the rural areas, and and for the most part, they're not really taking into account Republican states. So that's why it seemed that there was a 12-point, 13-point margin with Hillary Clinton in the lead. It's because the Republican voters are all in the rural areas, right? And so I think that not only that, but also that something that polls never could have expected, even if they were accurate, was that Trump was going to take states that were normally Democratic. Pennsylvania, since the 1990s, it's been Democratic, voted Republican. Michigan, same thing. Wisconsin as well, same thing, right? So because Hillary Clinton, those have always been Democratic strongholds, right? And so Hillary Clinton said, we have these states guaranteed. I'm not going to campaign here. She wanted to expand her territory somewhere else. So she was campaigning in swing states that normally went Republican, right? Yeah. But these are states where because of the auto industry and stuff like that, and their jobs have been leading to China, to Mexico.
So
and
Trump's appealing to them.
So Trump had that message that he was going to bring back their jobs, and that was something Hillary Clinton couldn't appeal to those voters.
Exactly.
That's why those states swinged to the Republican side. They turned red, and I don't think Trump could have won the election if it wasn't for those states.
Yeah, because Trump's path to victory, he had to win all the swing states, then he had to take one or two of Clinton's kind of blue wall on the
Rust Belt
side.
The Rust Belt, and that's exactly what he managed to do. Was he took Florida because he had his message there. He took North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
Ohio.
He took Ohio as well. Iowa, which was a big surprise, and then he managed to take those 3 states.
Yeah, and it was really tight in Florida along the way. So
it was very tight. At one point, it was 13 votes apart. In Florida. Yeah.
So thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sure to have you back soon.
Hey there! So it's even colder now than it was before. Yeah, I'm gonna go back inside now.
So now we'll be showing some interviews that we did with random students around the school that we found. We kind of just asked them whatever kind of politically related questions came into our head, whether it was about Canadian politics, American politics, Trump, the current Canadian federal government, or anything like that. We kind of just asked them whatever came into our head, and we got some pretty interesting results, and we'll show you those now.
If you were running as a member of parliament in Canada, which party would you run for and why?
Independent. Parliament in Canada.
Independent.
Federal. Okay. I would be in the Conservative.
Okay,
party.
nice. What about you guys?
Independent.
Come on, you guys are so lame. Don't be neutral.
I don't know
Take a
anything
stance.
about politics.
Fine, I'll be on the Orange Party. If you were running as a member of parliament in Canada, which party would you run for?
Independent.
You can't say independent.
What? Hey, this is
Give me an answer.
This is against my freedom of expression.
No, it's not.
Monster.
If you were to run as a member of parliament in the Canadian federal government, which party would you run for?
And why? Green Party, because I agree with their views.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh yeah. If you were to run as a member of parliament for the federal government in Canada, which party would you run for?
The Conservative.
Okay, nice. What about you?
I don't know the answer to that.
Which party?
Dudes.
Okay. Jake! Do you want to do a question for our show?
No.
Wow, you're lame.
So, if you were in the
if you're in America during the election, who would you have voted for, and for what reasons?
Well, I'm a Canadian citizen, so I wouldn't be able to vote there. Even
Well,
if I lived
it's a hypothetical.
If you were an American citizen, who would you have voted for, and why?
I would have voted for Hillary, because I think she's probably the lesser of the two evils.
Okay.
Can I ask you who you voted for in the when was the provincial election? What year was that?
2 years ago, I think.
Who did you vote for?
Liberals. Oh no, wait, sorry. Provincial, I did vote NDP.
Okay.
Because the Liberal, the David Swan's not very competent.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Welcome back to the afternoon show with Jake and Ryland. It's even colder than it was before. That's pretty much it.
You know what I hate, Ryland? Continuity errors. Where in one shot, something's one way, and in the next scene, something's different.
And that is the end of episode 2 of the afternoon show with Jake and Ryland. We actually still ran out of time again, and we're just gonna have to put our game review of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. It's a bomb diffuser game. We're gonna have that in its own separate video on the YouTube channel, so if you want to view that, you can just click on the link in the description to view that video, and it'll probably be on the Westmore Wire blog too. So yeah, that has been this episode 2 of the afternoon show with Jake and Ryland. Hope to see you soon on the next episode.